Hey guys, welcome back to the channel again. In today's lecture, we will discuss about Indian Criminal Court's competency while trialing the case. So let's move forward. In order to understand the competency of criminal courts, we have to refer so many sections of CRPC like section 26, 323, 325, 407, 409 and so many. So let's start with section 26. Section 26 of CRPC has been divided into two parts. The first part talks about all the offences which are covered under Indian Penal Code, and all those offences shall only be tried by three courts. That means there are only three courts who are competent in order to try all the offences provided by IPC. The number one, High Court; secondly, Court of Session; and thirdly we have any court which is exclusively competent in order to trial by the virtue of column 6 of schedule 1st of CRPC. That is, except these three courts, no other court is competent in order to try the offences which are enshrined under Indian Penal Code. Section 26 second part talks about all those offences which are not covered under IPC. That means those offences which are provided by other laws, like we have family law. This provision includes two situations. Number one, where specifically court's name has been mentioned under the provision that who will trial or who will try that particular case. In that situation, the court names which has been mentioned, that court only will trial the suit. Whereas second situation we have where there is no name of court has been mentioned. In that circumstances, we have only two courts who are competent in order to trial the suit. Number one is High Court, and secondly we have any courts which have the power, or you can say which is competent to trial the suit by the virtue of schedule 1 of CRPC via its column number 6. Let's do it with an example. So first example is of murder, and by schedule we can say the Court of Session is only exclusively competent court in order to trial that particular case of murder, whereas by the provision of section 26 of CRPC, both Court of Sessions and High Court both are entitled or competent to trial that case. So in this situation, where schedule 1 of CRPC has exclusively mentioned the name of the court, in that circumstances the name of the court which has been mentioned is only competent authority in order to trial that case. But that doesn't mean that the courts which are having the power by virtue of section 26 are null or void. No. In that situation, High Court can trial the suit if High Court consider it necessary to do so. Another example we have of theft, and schedule says that any magistrate is competent in order to trial that case of theft, whereas section 26 enshrines the power to High Court and Court of Sessions too. In that circumstances, the lowest court, that is the Court of Magistrate, will take the cognizance, and High Court and Court of Sessions will be considered as concurrent class of courts. Now the question arises, why High Court and Courts of Sessions are considered to be as class of concurrent courts? So firstly, we will go for High Court. For that matter, we have clause 1 of section 407 of CRPC, and it clearly empowers the High Court to withdraw the case from its subordinate courts on three grounds. Number one, where the High Court finds that impartial or fair trial or inquiry cannot be possible. Secondly, where there is question of law arises or some difficulty arises, and thirdly, for the interest of justice. In any of three grounds, the High Court may withdraw the case from its subordinate courts. Then High Court either may try itself the case or commit that case to courts of session under section 323. Now let's discuss first about section 323 of CRPC. Section 323 says that any magistrate at any stage of the proceeding before signing the judgment find out that or is of the opinion that that particular case must be tried by court of session, then that magistrate will send that case, will commit that case to the court of sessions. Therefore, the court of session will trial that case as that case was of its original jurisdiction. And that magistrate of section 323 includes judicial magistrate of first class, judicial magistrate of second class, chief judicial magistrate, and additional chief judicial magistrate also. Now the question arises, what is commit of case? So section 209 clearly says that whenever a case has been reported via police report or otherwise, and because of that the accused appears or has been produced before the magistrate, and the magistrate is of the opinion that this particular case should be tried by court of session only, then the magistrate will send this particular case to courts of session with all the documentation, with all the evidences, that means with every detail of that particular case to the court of session. And therefore the court of session will try that particular case as that case is of its original jurisdiction. This particular process of sending that case with all the documentation and authority, that is known to be as the commit of case. Similarly, section 409 of CRPC empowers the court of session to withdraw the case, and the court of session, after withdrawing the case, either try the case itself or send that particular case to another court. Therefore, if the High Court and the courts of session did not have the concurrent jurisdiction under section 26, then the High Court and the courts of session would not be able to trial the case in its original jurisdiction. So we have covered 5 sections of CRPC today, and the rest of the sections related to this particular topic, we will discuss all of that in the upcoming video lecture. This is all about today. Thanks for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you.